And quickly Loins will play on. Prasparkas has got to the outside. Has a player up ahead to kick to. It's Nicola Stevens. Good mark out in front. Of course, the Collingwood VFLW player in her second season as a Blue goes looking for Harris. It's a good kick.
Start of the game, they just need to get their discipline back in, and particularly there was a few 50s given away during the weekend, this weekend, particularly in yesterday's game. Particularly with Stevie Lee and Danielle Ponte, the opposition teams are having to put more time into them because they are such dangerous small forwards that it's probably just giving them a little bit more respect, but those girls are going to have to work out how they can start to really impact.
Ball can sit. She'll hug the boundary line outside of the boot. It'll fortuitously fall into the arms. Leads the competition in disposals, 27 a game. She's averaging. Tight space along the boundary line. Considine, the Irish woman, back into the side this afternoon, and her kick into the arms of Jess Hosking. So again, the Blues will look to switch the play. They've done this a number of times already in this game. They've done it well. So again, not overly confident to kick from outside 50, so lowered the eyes, went looking for Stevie Lee Thompson, but chopping it off with courage, as she does every single week, is Katie Loins. 2018 Best and Fairest winner.
One of the big key messages this season for Daniel Harford for his team was to particularly start to look laterally and kick offline. So the Blues have been really confident early.
Tap, but didn't have a teammate there in support, so Gore won the footy and the kick went looking for Phillips, but Downey will take the mark, and again they'll look off the line, the Blues. Out there today, there's Considine. He's happy to clear the area, but Carlton have got the wall set up, and a strong overhead mark taken by Natalie Plain.
Great courage there by Nat Plain.
Just create by hands, did well back to Dalton, and now they've got numbers on the outside here, the Blues. Loins, runner in support, it's Marinov. Plenty of space up ahead, but also plenty of Blues back there. And that is Jess Hosking. And again, the Blues will look to kick it out to space. Ollie from the wing. The kick, though, ill-directed. So no one in particular. And the mark taken by Charlotte Wilson into the side for the Blues this afternoon.
It's great to see Charlotte nice and healthy and back on the park. She's such an important young player down in that back line, really strong and quick.
Carlton again, try and switch the play and get it to the wings. Adelaide had defended it well, but Hatchard just lost the flight of the footy. And a nice mark taken by Laloifi. Again, we'll try and switch, but Adelaide have closed it up now, so Blues have got to be careful here. They might get themselves hemmed in defence. Sarah Hosking presents. And now they can try and create on the wings again. Give as usual yet, G. That's a clever kick. Egan worked in the space, took the dead, gives to Prasparkas. Goes laterally to Vesio.
Assessed at the quarter-time break. I think she's okay, Lee.
Yeah, goal will do that to you, Sarah. Won't worry about the sore neck now. As we see Plain it is, take the mark in front of Joe. Adelaide's pressure is forcing Carlton to fumble a little bit of ball. Pound. Wide and finds Edwards.
Carlton are definitely trying to stop that rebounding and run of Adelaide in their counter-attack. They're really making sure they've got a great wall of defence if Adelaide come down into their forward line.
Harris flew, but Walker was in front, and Harris just pulled out at the last moment to allow her teammate to take the mark. And now Brooke Walker will continue down the boundary line to Prasparkas. Disposal number 8 for her. Will go into the corridor. It's a dangerous kick, but if it's effective, it'll work. Finds Egan. Laloifi, one out that time against Phillips, and then a nice kick. Switches the play to Wilson. Has Plain in support. And they'll work the 40 metres of space. If she can just spot her, she does. Harris will take the uncontested mark. Good for the Blues in this first half. And again, opportunity for Carlton on the outer side. Takes advantage, she will. She gets to 40, pops it over the top, and uncontested mark taken by Nicola Stevens. And Carlton, again, will use that outer side teammate. Overshot it, and Marinov's kick will be turned over.
Kicking skills, and just needs to keep backing them in.
Disposal number 9 for her. 7 contested, it's a good kick. Prasparkas wins that clearance, gets it to Plain. Vesio worked her opponent under the footy nicely. There's a couple of free Blues inside 50, but Adelaide had zoned off well, protected the space. The kick will go to Taylor Harris. It's a good kick. It's a beautiful kick, in fact. That's why it looked like it stayed in play. And just the one behind. So it's the Crows by 5 points. Phillips up to 7 disposals. A couple of clearances. Downey. Again, the Blues will look to transition via switching the football. Use the full width of the oval here. Get on her left. She does. Taylor Harris at the top of the square. She's got the sit. Can she take the mark? She can. Wide. Foley will be first to the ball. Wobbled it towards half forward, but Wilson again. Young Charlotte Wilson in her second season from the Eastern Rangers, having her best game as a Blue. Oh, pops it short. Now Hatchard has a player on his short, but kicked it too far. And again, Wilson will mop up for Carlton. Hosking. And with a bit of composure, really well off half-back, but a chance for the Crows here. And again, Wilson playing the game of her life in defence for the Blues.
Really solid defender down there, Charlotte Wilson. Really reliable, strong, fit. She'll be able to keep up with any speed of the game, which is great to see in such a young player.
Got the numbers in defence, so they'll use them and go wide to Plain. Natalie Plain has Brazali, so she's trying to lift her team. Will go on the left boot, but had nothing at all to kick to. And once again, Carlton have really set up well at half-back and take another intercept mark. Blues will chip the ball around the boundary line. Advantage will be taken. Brooke Walker will go into the pocket. Taylor Harris has got it again.
Really go forward in a really strong way.
Adelaide have set up well defensively here, though, so the Blues will have to be precise. Posure, Drew, Gum, got it to Hosking. Edwards sits under the football, takes the mark. Sarah Allen is back there for the Crows. So the kick will go towards Harris, who called Loins out of it. Takes her 6th mark of the afternoon. Has players queuing up in the corridor if it can get there. It's a great kick. Opens up the whole ground. Will go wide, as Daniel Harford has spoken about. So she was in front, Courtney Gunn, but umpire spotted her holding on to Sarah Hosking. Well, Jess Hosking it was who kicked it to her sister Sarah. And they'll switch the play again, the Blues. Good kick. Carlton will use those numbers. And a clever kick from Hosking. It has nothing to kick to, so has to go short. Finds Brazali. Go down to the boundary to get a message down to his girls as the kick goes inside 50, but the Blues, they take another intercept mark. Gabby Pound, and again, they'll stick to their game plan. A short kick. She doesn't have anything to go to, and it's a wobbly kick, and it'll go back to Egan. Done Blues. Vesio a long way from home, supporting her defence, and so's Taylor Harris. Both forwards working back into defence to help their teammates. Oh, we see, sorry, Matthew Clark down on the boundary line. Stevens goes short to Egan to work against the Crows now. Alex, 4 minutes.
So it's a great match up there, and hopefully we can see that battle out right to the end.
Yeah, and it's a full tag, I think, too. Half knows who the match winner is for the Crows. Prosparkis. They're just going to wind the clock down. The Blues. This is the advantage of having Daniel Harford on the boundary. He can get messages to the runner and to his team really quickly. They'll know the situation. They'll know there's only a minute and a half here. Foley. High ball, dangerous spot, Vesio. Being clutch in this last quarter, veteran.
She's playing a bit of a small defender there, Lee. Not sure what's got her down in the defensive 50.
She knows that they just need to not concede a goal. So she's used her experience